Hello, web Pathfinder. Welcome once again. This week in our character, ethics, and value campaign, The Secret of the Top 1%, we're looking at one of the management principles, one of the ethics, character, and value principles that have made tremendous impact in my life. Understanding this early in life taught me that nothing is impossible if I'm ready to do what it takes. Nothing is impossible for me if I'm ready to do all it takes. So all I need to find out is what does it take. So, sowing in this respect, looking at the dictionary defines sowing, to sow as to mean to plant, to plant a seed by scattering it on or in the earth, either by scattering it on or in the earth. So the word that came very pronouncedly is the word scattering, so which means that you have to scatter, you have to be generous with it, to scatter a seed over the land, over the earth, with the hope of getting something much more in return. So that expectation of getting something back in return is the difference between sowing and throwing something away, giving away. So you sow with an expectation, with a plan, with a mindset that you are going to get something back, in return. I found out early in life that, in every society, in every culture, you find winners and you find losers. Everywhere you go, you find success and you find failure. So I began to dig deep. Why are some people successful and some people, failure? Even if they have the same starting, they have the same background, they live in the same place. Why are some people, I'm not talking about people with different backgrounds now. I'm talking about people with the same background, they live in the same place, they went to the same school. They have, in different cultures, you find the same people with the same background, but they have different results in life, So I find out that the difference, between the success and the failures, the winners and the losers, is in the difference in the values and the principles they choose to follow, and live their life with, What are the principles? What are the values that you made up your mind that you are going to live by? So what makes the difference is the value. One of the truth and the principle that was difficult for me early to comprehend in life, is a passage of the Bible that says it is possible, to give away and become richer. I mean, it's counterintuitive. It's contradictory. You give away and you get richer. It is also possible to hold too tightly and lose everything. I mean, just imagine it. Possible to give up everything you have and become richer, and hold back what you have and lose everything. It says the generous man shall be rich. By watering others, you become watered. So this was one of the things. It was a contradiction at the early stage of my life. But as I began to study it, I came to understanding that, look, what makes the difference between people in the same culture, the same background, why some are rich, some are poor, is as a result of the principle, and one of such principle, is sowing. So in the context of this video, to sow is to give to others. So our daily life, what we do on a day-to-day basis is a seed, So it's going to determine whether we give good seeds or bad seed, what we get in return from life. So as a business person and entrepreneur, what does it mean to sow or to give? It means to give. It means to serve. For us to understand, it's important for us to know the purpose of business. A lot of people go into business for what they will get, for the money they are going to make. Yes, we'll make money if we do business right, but the first goal of business is not to make money. It is, what do I give? What do I offer? What the people want? So business is not about me. It's not about what I want. It's not about my product and services. It's about what others want. The whole essence of business is that I'm able to meet the needs of others so that in return, they can pay me for whatever services. So sowing in this respect is, what do I do on a day-to-day basis in trying to meet the needs of others? So what comes to sowing to a business person? It is giving ourselves, it is giving our time, it is giving our ideas, it is giving our resources, it is giving our attention. The opposite is also true. When we cease to give ourselves, to give our time, to give our ideas, to give our attention, to give our resources, what happened? We're also sowing a seed. At the end of the day, okay, we will always reap what we sow. This leads us to the experience, okay, to experience greater and better things, okay, for our lives and for our society. So why is this principle of sowing so important? Okay, this principle of sowing is so important because it has a lot to do, okay, with us as individual, about our future as individual and our future as a society. It has a lot to do about our future as individual and our future as a society. One of the first things I learned that blew my mind about the principle of sowing and reaping is that it doesn't matter where I'm starting from. It doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter my position. It doesn't matter my background. It doesn't matter the economy. I can create any result I want to create. All I need to do is, what does it take? What is the seed that it takes for me to sow to get the result I want? As long as I'm ready to do what it takes, what happens? I can get any result that I want in life. Okay? So every result has a seed. That's the message. Every result, every business result has a seed. What it takes, that's the seed. What does it take? If you are ready to do what it takes, okay, what happened? Okay, you will get what you want. The second thing why this principle is so powerful and so important is that the principle of sowing reveals that we are responsible for every outcome we have in life. Every outcome you are responsible. Okay, people can come your way, to give helping hand, but you must be ready to take 100% responsibility. And that, relates to the first point that says that every result, okay, have a seed. Every result have a seed. For example, your earnings are under your control. You can determine your level of compensation, okay, by the law of compensation. Okay, you get paid for how much quality you give to people and how many people you serve. So if you want more resources, success, what do? If you want a lot of money, if you want to make a fortune, all you need to do is find a way to serve more people, find a way to sow more seed, find a way to help, find a way to give, find a way to serve a lot of people, find a way to do what? To sow more seed. The third reason why this is very important is that it also means that there are no limitations on what we can earn, because what happened? We have control, okay, over the seed that we sow. Very important, okay? Sowing, we have the seed, so we can find as many people that, okay, we want to serve. We have the control of the seed. We have the control of how much of it we will sow. The fourth reason why the principle of sowing is so powerful is because sowing is the only thing that we have control over. Okay, I shared earlier one of the formulas that I use, okay, which says that circumstances of life plus our response to it equals to our outcome in life. Circumstances in life we don't have control, okay, but what we have control is our input, our response, is our seed, okay? So the only thing you have control over, you don't have control over the harvest, but you have control over how much seed you sow. And the greater the number, the amount of seed you sow, what happens? Automatically, okay, that determines how much you reap. So the principle seems contrary in our generation today, where we are more concerned about our rights, we are more concerned about our entitlement. We want, to be a recipient of everything rather than giving ourselves to others. Reaping will always follow sowing. Without sowing, there will not be reaping. Reaping will what? We always follow sowing. For example, if you are angry with people, what are you going to get in return? Anger. People are going to be angry with you. Okay, if you greet others and give them a smile every morning, okay, what happens? People will respond back to you with a smile. So once we see the value of sowing, what happens? We enjoy it so much that giving and sowing won't even be considered as something that costs us. Why? Because we know what we are going to get in return. We will see it as an investment into our future, and our lives will become what? Very rewarding. Is a principle that brings a lot of value, a lot of rewards into our life. And finally, sowing will increase your capacity to receive. Look at a container. A container does not increase in capacity, can't take in more if it's full and it doesn't give out. So a container that is full has nothing for refilling. So learning to give, learning to sow, develop an attitude of generosity, which will cause help to come our way, will cause others to help us in return. So what are the steps I need to take to build okay, this character of what? Of sowing, this habit of sowing. The first thing is that always sow something of value. Very important. Always give something that is valuable. Don't give anything that does not cost you something. Always give something of value. If you do not sow, you will not enjoy any return. The principle of sowing is key in making you a winner, in making you a success. The principle is very effective. I have practiced it all my life and I know that it works. The reward might not come immediately, it might not be immediate, but in the long run, you can be sure that that principle, okay, works and it will work for you. 2, earn your bread. Earn whatever you have in life. This, it might look contradictory to some very religious people where they want manna to fall from heaven. You need to get to a point where you can find a seed that is behind every result that you got in life. What you did, something you did that is, you know. So when you get to that point, what happened? You begin to build, okay, the habit of sowing to get something back. I mean, don't believe people that tells you that, okay, you get some things back just because you pray. Even the Bible says faith without work is dead. If you don't do anything, if you don't plant any seed, you're not going to get any harvest. Life is a gift, but the outcome of our life is based on what we choose to sow. Okay? Note this. This is very important. You become known for what you give, not what you gain. You don't get known for what you get. You get known for what you give. You don't get successful for what you gain. You become successful for what you give. Whatever you don't, you get is what you get that makes you successful. It's not what, okay? It's not what you get that makes you successful. It's what you give that makes you successful. 3 is that you need to sow abundantly. Very important. If you are generous, then you will reap the benefit generously. You need to be generous, okay, with your skill. You need to be generous, okay, with your thoughts. You need to be generous with your attention. You need to be generous with your talent. You need to be generous with your resources. And what happened in return? Okay, these things will bring you the good things of life. So little, you reap little. Very important. And finally, we talked about 2 things or 2 habits that are not blessed last week. The first one is don't be lazy. If you want to develop the character of sowing, you need to know that you don't have to be lazy. Laziness will keep us from sowing and watering, okay, others. And then what happens? We will not reap benefit in the future. It will keep us from sowing. And don't be stingy also. Why? Stinginess will make you hold back your money. It will make you hold back your idea. It will make you hold back your talent. And what does that mean for you? It means that you don't have anything, okay, to invest in others. So you shouldn't expect anything from others. Don't be, okay, a treasure chest where you hide all your great gifts and talents. Offer them to others to see and use so you'll be rewarded in return. Very important. As I conclude, note the generous person will give, we gain riches. Why? Because he gives of his resources, his time, and his talent. For that reason, the principle of sowing states that the more we give, what happens? The richer we become. Therefore, I encourage you to sow generously. It is worth your time. It is worth your effort. It is worth your resources. For example, try sowing a smile to someone. What happened? Okay? You get that back in return. As I close, I want to encourage you. Check your life. Stop a while. Check your life, okay? Do you like the outcomes you see in your life? Very likely you're not sowing the right seed. You may need, okay, to change your seed. You reap what you sow. Therefore, sow with expectation. Keep working hard in serving people, and you will surely get back, okay, far beyond what you have given. Thank you for your time this week. I hope this was valuable. I hope it's something you want to cultivate in your business. If you like it, I want to hear your comments. I want you to like this, share it with within your network, and please subscribe, okay, to our YouTube channel. And I will see you next week. Thank you, and have a blessed week.